been a nurse for a long time, and at the time I worked in the emergency room, and we would see other people come in with chickenpox, or parents with their children who have chickenpox, and they are very, very ill. I think the sickest person that I ever saw at the hospital was a young pregnant woman who was on a respirator because she had chickenpox in her lungs and all over her body, inside and out. She was not breathing for herself anymore. She was so sick. They weren't sure if she was going to make it, and they weren't sure if the baby was going to make it. My child was born before the vaccine was available. When she was 2 years old, she came down with the chickenpox. It started at her daycare, actually, and all of the children in the daycare got chickenpox. And it was not just a little rite of passage that all kids get over. She was sick. She had a fever, and she didn't feel good, and she had the itchy, scratchy all over, and she scratched a lot. She probably had 500. They were every inch or so. She had a spot on her whole body. My husband was very, very worried about our daughter. He did his best to help care for her and hold her hand so she couldn't scratch, and sit at her bedside and worry. Eventually, she was scratching all over, and she had lots and lots of spots, and those spots became infected. They got redder and redder, and her skin around it got redder and redder, and there were little streaks from that going up towards her heart, and that could have been very, very serious. It was very scary as a mom. It was very scary to watch her be ill and to see the redness get bigger and bigger around the sites where the little chickenpox bumps were. She could have died. She could have died. She could have had scars for life. She could have been damaged. It was very, very scary, and it was just something that you wouldn't want to have any other parent have to live through. When parents don't want to vaccinate their children, they don't have the information about the diseases. It's still terrifying to think that your child could become damaged or lose your child for a disease that can be prevented with a vaccine.